Welcome, I'm Outlaw. So today I'm gonna bring you Lone McLonegan Western Adventure for PC. So I'm gonna do gameplay because this game is a point and click, and there isn't like a hint system for the game. So this is like on a Western adventure. You are a cowboy, and you want to be the most wanted cowboy. I think it's a cowboy or like most wanted outlaw. That's the outlaw in the Wild West, and so you need to do some like things to become the most wanted. Of course, it seems good. Like it's interesting, like the design of the game, but there is like there is no int system, and I can see some people like complain because they don't know what to do like that. So like on point and clicks you need always to put a hint system to help the player to know what to do, and even if the game is big, like there is a lot of place to go, if it has that, you are required to have a hint system, because like that people will give up. So this game is developed by Sonomiu Games and published by Flames Arcades. So let's start here. The sound is loud as hell. So let's start here. Another point and click adventure. Like graphic wise, like I was saying, it seems very good. And it's a comedy. The game is about comedy, so it's always good. But why no in system? That's one thing that I don't like on these point and click games. Because if you don't have in system, can be hard to figure out how to beat the game, what to do like that. Home sweet home. We interrupt the broadcasts. The latest news. Bragg Badass has just raided the county's gold reserve. He's like, what? This feat takes him to the top of most wanted outlaws. There you go, so that guy is the #1 now, unseating Lone McLonegan to the humiliating second place. He's like, oh no, what? That's it. Lone McLonegan is no longer the most wanted outlaw in the Wild West. He's like, ah, come on. No! Yes! Damn badass. If I knew what we had done with the money, I could steal it from him and go back to the first place. He's like, so we know we're gonna need to steal the money, is it? Bragg Badass has stored the loot from his robbery at the Old Well Town Bank. So now we know where it is the money. Haha! Well, it's no big deal, I'll rob the safe. I'll go to Holdwell, I'll rob the safe, and become the most wanted outlaw in the Wild West again. Mary's stagecoach is about to pass by. I'll ask her to take me to Holdwell. At least the race is passing good music. So we go to that place. Hi Mary. I'm going to Outlaw. Will you take me with you? Sure, come on up. Like this game point and click games, they have always a good design. And then of course there are some that put the point and click, the hints into, others don't put, but those that don't put, they aren't like a huge game. They are small games, so it's fast to the player to discover. And this game is not like a small game, it's long, but I don't understand why they didn't put a hint system for the player to understand. Well, looks like we have company. Stagecoach thieves? The badass hitman. Step on it, Mary. We are going as fast as we can. Unless you want to get off too light and weight. Oh, call us fat. They are catching up with us. I'm more concerned about the log in front of us. What? Fasten your seatbelts. Yes, because it had seatbelts in that time. Whoa, what a ride. Those damn outlaws have taken everything we had off Outlaw. Okay, so they stole everything. Lord, do something useful. Go to Outlaw and ask the mechanic to come and give me a hand to fix this. Okay, the mechanic. Walking? Those outlaws have taken the horse, so yeah, walking. How does one get to Outlaw? There must be a map around here. Remember that you can switch actions with the right button, okay? Switch actions with right button. Right button? Yes. I don't know why, but the mysterious force has compelled me to say this. Of course. He's like, the avoid action are look, use, talk it, and kick. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can ask me again. Anyway, find the map and go to Outlaw to get the mechanic to come help me fix this mess. Okay. Hey, I left the fire on and the radio on. Okay, so we have point, watch, punch, this leak, it seems like, or talk, it, and kick. Okay. Okay, nothing happens here if you watch. It is a cart with broken wheel. There seems to be something inside. I can get there. Okay, can't get there. Stagecoach Mary. These only 2 points, okay. It's Mary. I would love to carry her in my arms, but I don't even want to think about what she will do to me if I try to. Is to talk. How do I get to Outlaw? There is a map around here. Is it normal for so much smoke going out of the stagecoach? Is it normal? Okay. Do you know anything about stagecoach? Not a thing. Well, the catalytic converter condenser at the exhaust has broken with the blow. Now go to the mechanic and let me work. Could you give me some advice to adventure? Of course. You can change actions with the 1 to the right button or with the key 1 to 5 key. The available actions are look, go, stalk, it, and kick. You can see your stuff by moving the cursor to the backpack. An access menu by moving the cursor to the lower left corner by pressing S key. That's it, try things without fear. I think we will know how to manage your own. Okay. So like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. These like, what is this? Sheriff stars, okay, that you need to find. Load, okay. Lock. Bandits or space pirates? Probably the former. It weighs a lot, they had to put it between several people. Its composed texture reminds me a lot of chewy tobacco, but I don't know if it will taste the same. I could do this all day. Aha, hey, I'm under here. The map. I think this map Mary was telling about. That is to pick up. Alright, I have the map. Perfect. Remember that you can see everything you are carrying by overhead backpack. You see above. Alright, I remember. Okay, nothing more, right? Yeah, so press the map. And go to Outlaw. This is like the fast travel of the game. It's greet me outside with the name of the town. Okay, it's better to use like this. The keyboard. A post. It's a shame that it doesn't run faster. It's a wooden post. Oh, good idea. Say no one ever. Tastes like wet mood. Okay, nothing happens, okay. Okay, go to house. A windmill. There seems to be a still wind today. Can't reach. Nope. Okay. Signs. No trespassing. I forgot that it's always to watch. The hand is to walk. No trespassing. Do not enter. It seems that this guy doesn't like to receive visitors. No trespassing. Okay, it's same. I don't think it's a good idea to take these signs with me. No trespassing. Don't leak. Can't reach. You can't reach. It's only kicking. Rocking chair. It's all rocking chair. It looks comfortable. I don't plan to carry that rest of the game. That's not going to work. It's nailed to the ground. Looks like someone hates fun. Little door. Snuggles. I don't know if it's a dog, a cat, or someone had cold when they named it. Can't fit in there. Better think something else. Nah. It's a door with P.O. No, window first. I can't see anything. It's very dark. Oh. I'm not convinced by this idea. Okay. Click, click. Oh shit, a shotgun. You are on my property, my friend. What do you want? I'm the postman. I bring you the mail. I have not received any mail since the telegraph office was installed in town. Telegraph office? Yeah, the guy who runs saloon has helped set it up. He's quite clever and likes to tinker with electrical things. It's closed today, but they open tomorrow. You don't say any lies to your mama either? What role do you live in? It is the future. You write something and it reaches the other person almost instantly. Nobody wants to send letters anymore. Even my mother sends me telegraphs. Although she messed up a bit when she tries to put smileys. Have you a letter from the bank? Those thieves? Do you have anything to do with them? Be careful what you answer if you don't want to get your makeup done by my shotgun. I'll work for them. I know about you, but I don't want to upset a guy who's pointing at me. No, of course, I don't work for them. Good. Okay, this like say to... Let's see the other thing that we had. I'm selling ponchos. Huh. Doesn't say nothing else. Okay. There is nothing more. Okay, so for this guy we don't do nothing. Signs in here. He could walk faster. All the signs point the same direction. The first says saloon, second bathhouse, the third banks of Outlaw. Press 1. Go to Outlaw. Okay, we have someone in here. We can't see this. He looks like a man without half a body. Better not. I forgot that talk is for. What happened to you? Boy, you sure like to hear stories, don't you? Of course. Okay, here goes. I was almost eaten by a crocodile. You don't say? Yes. I was bathing quite the time when suddenly I noticed something brushing against me. And that before I knew it, the shark had already eaten off my body. You thought you say it was a crocodile. No, I said a shark. Crocodile. No, I said shark. Crocodile. No, I said shark. Crocodile. I said shark. Whatever you say. So that's it. The point is, I had to beat the crocodile to death and get out of the water as best I could. Incredible, right? Well, wait until you hear the story of how I'm going to rob the bank of Outlaw. I have everything I need in my room up here. Really? Yes. Can I have your room key? Do you think I'm that dumb? I'm not going to give my key so you can rob the bank and steal my loot. Not really. Okay, does it say nothing? Okay, go to saloon. Hey barman, hello my friends. There is a fight at the door. I'm going to look, but don't touch anything. A bottle. Can we steal it? Yes, we can. Okay. 4. Talk to the barman. You could steal. Hey barman. Hello my friends. I'd like to rent a room. Right now they are all taken. Next week there is one free. Interested? Of course. Does it have a sea view? Haha, that's very funny. What's funny? And that tax, you are not from here. No, I was born in Serbia. I came here to make my fortune. Being a bartender is just to earn some money. What I really like is to invent things. Have you ever heard of electricity? It is the future. Electricity? In the future it will make the world go round, my friends. Okay, can we try it again? Say same thing. Oh, what kind of things you invent? Everything. Television, computers, telephones, answering machines. I didn't understand the word you said, but if you say so. Again, to see the other one that what he says. Okay, it doesn't say nothing. What do you know about the bank? Are you interested too? Lately we only ever have clients interested in the bank and it's safe. Last one even asked me for a room with a view of the bank. So everyone is trying to rob now the bank. Why are there so few people in town? This Outlaw, the sewer of the West. Nobody wants to live here. Pour me a drink. What do you want? Grog. What? Do you think you are a pirate? Okay. Can't be a grog. So it has to be whiskey. I have the best whiskey you can in my bottle. Where did I put my bottle of whiskey? I'm going to look in the basement. But we can't walk to when he goes there. I'm sorry, I don't have any. I will have to call my supplier. Okay. This picture. It's like a painting of an older man. It's a picture of my father. Jesus. It seems to be used a lot of around here. It's almost full. In fact, it's almost overflowing. And I see some slimy things floating in it. It's disgusting. I wouldn't like to be the one who has to empty that. Okay, can't interact with nothing. It is to talk. Oops, too fast. Okay. A stool. It's anchored to the ground. It seems to have a slight loose spring. Hey, don't break my stools. Where will your granny sit when she comes to drink her sarsaparilla? Okay. So we have a piano. If only my mom had insisted more on my piano lessons. I don't know how you well enough to let you play my piano. Maybe later I will let you have a go. You'll better think of something else. Okay. Go to the saloon. Try everything always like this in the game. Gramophone. It's a gramophone. It seems missing some piece. It doesn't make any sound at all. The parts seem to be missing. Much better. That must be fixed the gramophone. Did it? No. Okay, so we have a neon sign in here. It appears that rooms are upstairs. A plant. It is a plant that seems to have lived through better times. I don't want to touch it. Nah. Take that, evil plant. Shipping. The wall is a bit broken and needs to be fixed. Nothing, okay. Nothing more, okay, go upstairs. It's locked. So to the room you can only do this. It's a not service sign. Better not, I hear noise inside. Okay, it's always same. It's locked. Go to upstairs. I don't want to go up there. I thought I saw a puppet riding a tricycle. So a reference to Saw, that is a puppet riding a tricycle. That's good, they put some reference in the game too. Okay, maybe we can talk with this guy, because about that to be fixed. Excuse barman, yes friend. I'm a purveyor of the finest whiskey in the West. Look, I have a bottle here. Interested? Wait, what? It's just like the one I use. I'll buy it, my good man. Here, check to the carrier. Okay. So you didn't need to press. Interesting. Then you will sell. There's a fight in the door. I would like to rent a room. Okay, there's nothing else in here. So we have a check. So like you need to deposit there. This for. Okay, this same. So vending machine. It says Sarsaparilla vending machine, but it doesn't seem to work. What a pity. Of course, I have nothing better to do. How's this not fix the machine? What do you expect? I expect to work. A solitary guy. He seems like a very tough guy. Solitary guy. Hello? He seems like a pretty quiet guy hanging out in a store doorway waiting for his friends. I'll better leave him alone. Okay, go to store. Welcome to my store. Here you will find everything you could need. A rack. They only have dust and cobwebs. Oh, good idea. Say no one ever. Hey, don't kick the merchandise. I kick everything. It's like a good shop, I'm sure it will come in handy. Okay, can we steal it? It's a sugar vending machine. We are out of gum, sorry. A balance? It's a scale or a scale. Don't touch that. Okay, so need to talk with the shopkeeper. Good morning, how can I help you? How much shovel costs? $1. Okay, so we're gonna need $1. I'll need some tools. Which ones? A pick, a rope, a drill, a saw. Drill. No, I don't have that. Pick. We don't have any rope. We don't have saw. I don't have any left. And what do you have? Anything you may need. You have a fair things in the store. If you don't have it, you don't need it. Interesting. I need dynamite. I think we have some left in the back room. You can go and have a look. Interesting. Can you tell me something about the bank? It's pride of old well. It has the strongest safe in the West, but nothing that our excellent multi-purpose knife with hooks and flamethrower can't open. I would like to buy one of those knives for stuff, of course. I'm putting you on our pre-purchase waiting list. Want to pay now? No, thank you. I'll be back. Shovel is worth. Okay, so we can't have it. Okay, you need to pay it. Okay, so the shovel we're gonna need for here. You can see it already. We can't use it. A pile of stacked ox. I wonder what wonders that they contain. It's quite a lot. I don't plan to carry. Nothing works. Nothing works. Okay, no, better not. Another side for sarsaparilla. I love for sarsaparilla. I don't want to break it. Tastes like glue. Okay. And so in here is to get dynamite, it seems. They sound buried, yeah, but we can't go. Because in there it shows that you need the shovel. Okay. Have you found what you're looking for? No. Excellent. Don't try to rate your shopping experience with us, of course. So, we have Sheriff. There is a jail. It's very close. I don't think anyone could escape from this jail. A sign, artist's entry. I'm so nervous. Well, I feel like I'm going to play Armored, but from the skull point of view. I got bad vibes. I'll better go back inside. Okay, so in here you can't even search nothing. There's nothing more. Oh, okay, that is only to see that. Okay, nothing. In there we can't go. Go to streets. So what we have in here? A sign. Bath house. Whoa. Price seems to be very affordable. Too bad it's closed today. The door. It's closed. Okay. Another door. It seems like it's closed too. The doormat. How easy it will be if the key was under the mat, right? It doesn't do nothing, okay. Headstone. It's a headstone, it appears to be a good quality. It says here lies and there is a space to put in the name. I know what I want for my birthday. A tombstone. Okay, nothing works. Water pump. Stone water pump. It is stuck. It seems to that the screw is very rusty. Okay. Juicy package. That is that in there. Oh, looks like someone has mail. I'm not suck that. Still juicy. A well. It states the well dried and was placed with water tower and thrown by waterless eye tower. Take this old well. Whoa, damn well. Okay. What we have more here? Okay, we only can go inside this place. Tools. Whoa, I'm 1m75. A little short with proteins of a West, but I'm still taller than Humphrey Bogart. Okay, this only that coffin. It's a coffin. Someday I will need, but not today. I hope. Whose coffin? Really? Hey, don't break my stuff. Okay, there is someone else in there. Nothing in here. There's a red light in there. Can't reach. Better not. I can use some pretty unpleasant noise inside. Hey, I'm working. Don't you see the red light? Yes, yes, of course. Hey, there's out a package. Yeah, must be my next customer. Would you mind putting it inside? Interesting, but you can't pick. What are you doing there? I'm preparing a client. Chainsaw, shouts, precision surgical tool. Poor dudes. Jesus. He's like, what are those noises? I already told you, I'm preparing a customer and this one came half finished. Does this happen a lot? Less than I would like. I would like to be an undertaker. Any advice? Of course. Get yourself a good shovel and go to another town. There is not enough work here for the two of us. And how do you know this is what you want to do? Do you earn a lot in this profession? Not really. It's a vocational job. Remember when you were little and you want to be a fireman or astronaut? Of course. I want to be a video game designer. Well, I always want to be an undertaker. And having a huge dark rings around your eyes in shadow also helps, of course. Okay, there is nothing more. Okay. So this is the Undertaker. He talks about this package. It's like you can't do nothing. Yeah. It doesn't do nothing. Okay, for a year everything is done. There is nothing else to do. So we have another way to the streets. Okay, let's go inside here. So this is what? It seems that is the bank, because in top it says, yep. Barrier. It looks like a fairly modern security system. Hey you, don't touch our sophisticated security system. Sir. Okay. Interesting. Cactus. It's a beautiful specimen of cactus. Oh, it picked me. Good idea. Let's suck a cactus. Okay, nothing works. It appears something. Okay, it's to go to the street. Cashier. Like a classic bank teller. I doubt he will put much resistance in the event of robbery. Okay, better not. Not touch the guy. Good morning, sir. I'd like to open an account. Impossible. Right now, Mr. Badass is the only customer. He has paid a good sum to get our exclusive service. Oh, interesting. Indeed. Bragg Badass is a very interesting guy. I'm a big fan, and you? A fellow McLonegan. Ha 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 ha. Very funny, sir. No one is better than Bragg Badass, least of all that guy. I'm looking for a job. And what can you do? I would like to position of direct now. Clean windows. Always are protected by a very sensitive alarm. Not just anyone can clean them, sorry. Looking for a job again. Good accountant. You think you intend to take my job? Not at all, my friend. What is position of director? Hilarious, sir. Try your luck in the saloon as a comedian. Come to rob the bank. Ha ha ha. A very good joke, sir. The Outlaw bank prides itself on having an outlaw-proof safe. It's anchored to the ground and reinforced. Okay, tell me more about that safe. It's certified to withstand an explosion of up to 5 sticks of dynamite. Well, they seem to have spared no expense. The entire building has been built around that safe. It's safing, right? Yeah. Okay. That's good information. Good morning. I'd like to cash this check. Take your money, sir. Thank you. I'm rich. So now we have money. Okay, in here there's nothing else, so go to streets. Okay, here I have the money. We can go to the alley too, so let's see what we have in here. Oh, it's the mechanic, right? So we have planks in here first. They are wooden planks. Hey, don't touch my stuff. Tastes like wood. Hey! Stagecoach. He goes around to see that. There. It's an old unbroken stagecoach. I'm not going up there. I think I've seen something alive in there. Hey! That must be the mechanic I told about. Okay, let's talk with him. Hello? Hello. Stagecoach might sent me. Bandits have raided our stagecoach. Could you show me on a map where it was? Can I borrow a tool? Never come back, but you can buy what you need at the village store. Do you know everything about safes? Of course, I used to install them, but not anymore. I have a safe that I can't open. Can you give me some tips? That's the worst excuse I've ever heard. No, I'm not going to help you rob the old well bank safe. Whoa, he got me. My social is here. What happened to the stagecoach? I think it has a broken wheel, but it looks like pretty battered in general. Alright, tell Mary that I have to order the wheel. I'll go there as soon as I have it. Thank you. Okay, we have another plank in here. It's a plank, it's blocking the window. Don't touch my stuff. Okay, toolbox. There's a hammer, wrench, a saw. In short, what you will expect a mechanic toolbox. Hey, don't touch my tools. Okay, a sign. Video surveillance zone. I don't know what that means, but I suddenly feel like claiming my rights. The bicycle. Okay, so we need to go to tell Mary. But for now, let's only search the city. Only to see that we saw everything. There's a note, it says, the door is very broken, please enter through the alley, thank you. It's the repair... because it's the repair shop, okay. There's nothing here, okay, go to the alley, but it's through this that you go. This is like the WC. Okay, it was to go to the street only, okay. So we have a bathroom in here. It's a public restroom. Occupied. Are you going to take much longer? A little. Yes, I had tacos with cheese and I wouldn't recommend going in for a while. Okay, I'll come later. Okay, it says same. And the 5 is same, right? Yep. Okay. Okay, so in here is like to go to the bathroom. So you're gonna need to go in there too. Go to the door. It says sign closed for break. Okay, nothing to do in here. Okay, so it seems that in this part we already did everything. Like we talk with the repairman, we know when it is coming. So we have money, but it's for what? Okay, so first let's go to the cart. We have the cemetery there. Talk with stagecoach Mary. The mechanic say he will come as soon as... Okay, this one. Okay, I'll keep trying to find a way to get out of this. Goodbye, come back soon. Okay, only that. So it was only to say that it's gonna take a while. Okay, go to the desert. Door, Outlaw cemetery. It's stuck, tastes like metal. Outlaw cemetery, okay, you can't reach. Okay. A tomb in there. It reads, here rests Rufus, Outlaw first jackal dog. The sheriff shotgun got you in the end. Jesus. Okay, this same thing. Okay. Another tomb. It reads, here rests Wild Bob. You thought it was a dog, but it was a very hungry jackal. The Undertaker couldn't do much with you. Okay, this same thing as everyone. This is different, this tomb. One on the headstone it says, here rests Mr. Grapevine. All well, we'll miss you. Okay, so this is only to see this. That is like for to be in the map means that we're gonna need to come here. So, so in there was nothing to do, so it has to be on Old Well. Okay, this same. Okay, so let's go in here because we need to buy the shovel. No talk. $1, so we give the money. Is for shovel. Thank you very much for your purchase. Right, shovel. So we don't have more than money. Okay. So now we use shovel in here. Well, there's a box under here. It's like a metal box. It weighs quite a lot. Don't plan to carry. Okay, so we're gonna need to open. Damn. So we need something else in here. So we're gonna need to open that. There is nothing. Through there is nothing too. Here it goes. This I think. You bet. Not really. Yeah, this same. Whatever you say. Can I have your room key? Ha! Don't you think I'm dumb? I'm not going to give you my key so you can rob the bank and steal. This only to see. Damn it. Damn it! I didn't know you can do that. Like, could be giving, like, we need the key for of her. Of the guy. It's a guy, that guy. We are all my friends. How you get the key from that guy? Hello, my friend. I would like to rent a room. Right now they are taken. Next week they will be free. Interested? Doesn't have nothing new, right? No. Can we use shovel in here? How are we gonna find the... how are we gonna get the key? There's nothing else you can do. Knock on the with the shovel. Without your manners. Without Charles Manson. Okay, there's nothing else. How you do to get? It's only the plant. Piano. Okay, doesn't work. There's nothing that you can interact. Go to the street. Crocodile. Do we need to insist to get the key? Is it? Can I sign up? I could lose a partner. Here, take the key. Okay, there you go. Nicely done. So we have the key. And it's to room 102. So we need to say where I can sign up. I forgot to say that. My bad in there. Okay, so the key is to here. Because the other you can see that's occupied. Okay, so in here, chamber pots. Oh, wait. We have a crowbar in here. So take that. Okay. Chamber pot. It's a chamber pot. I hope Larry remember to empty it. Come on, really? You like try very strange things. Okay. Vibrator. It's a machine that makes the bed vibrate. Sleeping here must be like riding a roller coaster. No, don't have time right now. Nah. Can't reach. Picture. Nice painting. A note. Oops. Ace plan. First, we grab the crowbar. Second, we open the bank door with the crowbar. Third, we hit anyone who tries with the crowbar. Fourth, the safe can withstand up to 5 sticks of dynamite. So we open it with the crowbar. No, do not forget to carry the crowbar. What a plan for robbery. Oh my god. Wardrobe. There are blankets and there seems to be a life growing on them. So here's where my friend Larry keeps the explosives to rob the bank. I'll keep them for him. Okay, so we got a free stick of dynamite. Okay, got already. Oh, go to the balcony. Ah, I can see cable. Okay. Badass. I will not like him to see me. What? I had the badass room without permission? What do you want? Dying without finished adventure? No way. Okay, cable. It's a telegraph cable. Okay. We need something else. Okay, but that goes to the... there, okay. Ah, you can see it. It's like small, but you can. Okay, hunger. Okay. Is there something else? Okay, nothing. So can we now maybe this can work to right? Because if you see movies, you can hang, right? Here I come. Whee! Jesus. Okay. Window. The window is closed and appears to be connected to a sophisticated security system. Doesn't work, okay. Okay, so we can't go through here. Whee! So I think I know where we need to use the crowbar. To that box. It's what I think we need to use it. Okay, go to the hallway. Okay, so at least we know what the hunger is for. I will say that, so now we go get that thing. First, this guy say something else new. About the bank, rent a room, there's a fight that, okay, so nothing. There's nothing in here to do. Does he say anything? Hey, I saw your plans for the heists. What do you think? They are the most disgusting and smelly pile of shit I ever seen. A great idea, thank you. I have been planning it for months. Okay. If he's been planning that heist for months, that's bad. Where it was? It wasn't through here. It's on that side in here, the store. Okay, let's go through here. Only a rack, more nothing else. So now we use the crowbar. Open it. Oh, more dynamite, okay. For the first. Okay. How much do we have? 3. Okay, so 6. It should work, right? We have 6. It's 5 that you need. So now should work. Okay, so in here we don't have nothing else to do. The sheriff you can do. The other sides there isn't nothing else. In here it doesn't work. So it should work now, right? Because it says that it's 5. Maybe, let me see only. Can we try to this shipping? No, it doesn't try to open that. Because for now I don't see nothing else to interact. Oh, match. So we're gonna need these. Match. Okay, that was a good thing I spot in there. Damn. How I miss it. It's like certain things you miss sometimes. I'm one straight away from becoming the most wanted outlaw in the West again. Okay. Here we go again. Okay, doesn't work. It's not like that. So it's on the front door that we need to do. Because like it said, right, it's on the front door. We opened the bank door with the crowbar. Okay. Because there is nothing else to do. We already did everything possible. Don't have nothing else. The match will be for the dynamite. Can we fuse? But I would prefer not to have dynamite on me when we test it. So maybe it's on the window. I forgot about that. That's why I say he should be able to run. Because it will be faster. That's why I say the in-system will help. Like that you will know. Like okay, you like it will say like okay, now you can rob the bank, and say fuse the match with the dynamite. Yeah, no, it seems doesn't work. Okay, so it's not through here. See, but that's why the insistment here will help. Like that you'll know, okay, how it will work. I can't reach. Yeah, that's why that. So how we blow that? Only seeing here if there is nothing else that I missed. Because in this type of game sometimes you can miss something. Let me see, so let's go outside. They don't have nothing else to say. This guy, a great idea, thank you. I've been applying for it for months. That's kind of bad, applying a thing like that. So how you use it? I'm not one of those people who go around blowing things up. Of course, very nice, since you are not one who has to clean it. So how will you do it? So how you do this? Should be the window, right? I would rather knock on the door. Okay, it doesn't work. But I'll prefer not to have dynamite on E when we test it. So only if it's like this, can't get there. Maybe we can talk with the guy on the bank. Can I borrow a tool? Sorry. Okay. Okay. Nothing in here to do. Let's only try. In here there is nothing else. Okay. Maybe we can talk with the guy. See if there's something else to do. I'm looking for a job. Okay, why it's not that? Yeah, but doesn't do nothing. Yeah, it's like you need to do something. But not yet. So it has to be on the window. But how you do it? And there is like the guy needs to get out, right? I thought I could put, maybe put in here. No. No, come on. In here because it's the side of the bank. Could work, right? Nah, seems that doesn't work. Yeah. No, maybe we need to say the other. In a hurry. If you are in a hurry, I recommend that you open an account at the bank so that they will let you use the restroom. It's only for Postman employees. Do you know how much the bank? Sure, I work there. What you can tell about the bank? I could tell you a lot, I work there. Why are you interested? Are you going to rob it or something? Haha, haha. I'm a member of Bank Enthusiast Association. We are conducting a study. Those tiresome again? Last week you sent a telegram. I've already told you that I don't have time for your material nonsense. Okay, that didn't work. I love banks. And their design is a work of art, right? In the Outlaw bank, for example, there are several secret tunnels that allow entry without ringing the alarm. I use them myself on occasion when I was running late or in need, you know, to borrow some money. Maybe I'm telling you too much. So you can know how to open the safe? Of course, man. It's very easy. They sell you the most expensive safe, insured against everything. But then they put a little back door on it in case you forget how to open it. How interesting. Can you show it to me? I have all pants at home. When I get out, I'll take you and we'll take a look at them together. What a fun afternoon we are going to have. Thank you. How kind. I hope we end soon. Oh yeah, I'm really Rob. Good luck trying. And this same, right? Okay, this same. Maybe now we can go to the bathroom. Right? Because it says there is in the alley, in the back door. Plank, stage, go to street. Yeah, but you can't. This same. Yeah, this same. So maybe you need to go to the bank. Because according to the plan we need 5. Open account, impossible. Me too. I'm actually looking forward to meeting him face to face. Nah, doesn't work. Yeah, nothing works. Because why does it say that works? Break the barrier is not solution. Doesn't work to throw. Maybe putting this like this? No. There's nothing, like he said on the back. But you can't go to the back. Yeah, because it was saying we can see the maybe this. They will still be on a break. So how will it work? Nah, this there's nothing. I think in here there's nothing yet. Right? Yeah. Still close, yeah. In here doesn't have nothing to work. In here is same yet, it's close. Interesting. The shovel. You're right, that looks better underground. Water pump. See, but with a hint will help a lot. Now, without a hint, it's like, A coffin. I would like to be Undertaker. Any advice? Of course. Get your good show, undergo another town. There's no. Okay, this is same. There's a package. What are you doing there? About that red light. Cool, isn't it? It was installed by Salute Bartender. He likes to tinker with these things in his spare time. So like a lot the bank's alarm. Of course, the bank's alarm was also installed by him. Interesting. Okay, that's good. Okay, so nothing else. So maybe now we know about that we need to talk with the bartender. I always forgot the name. I always forget that he's called a bartender. Hey Bearman, I need an alarm. I need an alarm. I have been told that I can ask you. Of course, I have a pattern on extra safe model. Really? Yes. This is a sensor that is activated when a window is open or receives a strong blow, and it's very safe? Very. When activated, it is impossible to enter through the window or break it through without triggering the alarm. What if I'm out and I want to open the window? You can open the window from the inside without setting off the alarm. I have it all figured out. Sure, you can deactivate it? That's the best part. I can't. That way, I make sure that no one can blackmail me into opening any of the ones already installed. What if I had keys left inside? In that case, you can break the glass and to deactivate, but the whole town will know about it. I see. What if I didn't want to bother anyone? You will need to call a specialist to carefully cut the window pane. I suppose you could then try to open the window from inside. Okay, so it only says this. This says that is activated when a window is opened or receives strong blow, and it's very safe, very. And activate is supposed to enter through the window or break it without triggering the alarm. Open the window. You can open the window from the inside without setting off the alarm. I've already it all figured out. Yeah, but it says only inside. But it's on the window that we need to open. I need to go to the window. I need to go to the window, right? For now. Not on the window. Maybe it's not for now. Maybe I need to go to the Undertaker. The pump. No, it can't be the pump because we need something to screw. Maybe we need to go to the cemetery. Because it's like we never. Excuse me, I always forget that it's like this. Maybe in here you can dig something. Maybe this one because it's special. The shovel. As much as it seems to you, I'm not going to desecrate a grave without a good reason. It has to be with the crowbar. Maybe it has to be the crowbar. Maybe it can't be. No, it doesn't work. Maybe we need to talk first with the Undertaker. Maybe with this information we need to go to the Undertaker and talk with him. Because we already saw the red light, we already talked about the red light. So maybe there is something else now that we have the information, because maybe at the headstone, this headstone, no, crowbar, no. The package, no, the package already tried. We have a picture in here. It's a photo of an old woman with a huge diamond ring. We better think something else. Maybe talk to know about this, because a diamond ring. But it doesn't say nothing in here. Ah no, who is the lady with the ring? There it is. I thought it would be in the bottom. Hey, who is the lady? That's Mr. Grapevine. A really rich lady and my best customer. Is the ring authentic? You bet. She even wants us to bury it with her. I'm surprised that no one has opened her grave yet to take it. Do we need to talk again to know that? Or we can already, yep, we can go already. So maybe now we open. And then we go to the bank and or we use the window. Yeah, because it, like he said, if it's a bank or open the window, it sounds the alarm. But if not, it doesn't alert. So this is the tomb, right? Let me only see if it is this. I think it is, because how it is. Yep. So the crowbar. Every adventure game should include a little decoration. There it is, the diamond ring. Take it. I'll take care of your ring from now on. Nicely done. But I will put it to walk faster. Okay, let's go in there. So we need to get that information or not, or you could like only see the picture first. I think you don't need to have the information about the safe. You could immediately talk about that picture. It's like, it seems you walk faster if you press, or only my impression. Yeah, he walks faster. You need to press like 2 times and he walks faster. Okay. Because like the game doesn't have like let's say a tutorial, because the tutorial only says like you have that to pick up, talk, eat, kick, so and watch, right? Okay, so we use the ring in here. This should be enough. Now we put the dynamite. No. We didn't put dynamites. How will it work? We need to enter on the window. Maybe I need to kick yet. It's like there is a hole, right? So I thought I could enter. So maybe we need to kick the glass. Kick. No, it can't be kick. It's not kick. Punching can be too. Like, we need to try out everything now. Because like we can't do a bank. Okay, to enter. Okay. Okay, so now we put the dynamites. 1 and then 2, and now we use the match. And like that we steal. Oh, kaboom! What is that in there? Hey, there is a note here. It just say gotcha. Gotcha? Oh, it was a trap only. Hey, Lone McLonegan. The very same man you have fallen into my trap. I knew that you wouldn't be able to resist a safe full of cash, and even more so if that cash was mine. And that star? As you can see, I'm now the sheriff of Outlaw town. These are the privileges that come with being rich. So he was a thief and now he's the sheriff. Holy shit. And now put your hands in the air, I'll take you to jail. You are being arrested for trying to rob the bank. You won't be seeing the sun again for a long time. I'm finally going to be done with you for good. Now there won't be anyone to stop me from taking over the Old West. Muhahaha. You have rehearsed this speech in front of the mirror, haven't you? A couple of times, but don't worry. You'll also have plenty of time to rehearse speech. At least until we hang you. Hahaha. So he only said to the radio to say that was full of cash, only 2 catches. Wow. They have taken away everything I had to entertain me. So we don't have items now. Silence, prisoner. And on top I have to put up with this half-pint. Hey, I'm the fiercest bully in the West. Show more respect. Okay, so you can see that we don't have items. We have a wall. It's a wall with a hard and rough texture. It's very tough. Once I brush against a wall like this one, I need one of the big band-aids. Okay, door. Hey, my ring! I forgot that I kept it on my boots. Ah. Can we use this to... Maybe I can exchange the ring for something to eat. I'm starving. Hey you! Will you trade me for a bowl of soup? A bowl of soup in exchange for a diamond ring? Sounds like a good deal to me. I'm going to be rich! I hope it doesn't take too long, I'm starving. Okay, you can't steal the keys, okay, I thought you could steal then the keys. Eat your soup and you better finish it. Enjoy the drink, you bet I will, hahaha. See you at the gallows, McLonegan. The soup is disgusting, but the spoon might come in handy. Okay, so we have the spoon. This will make it nice and sharp and we will be able to make a tunnel to escape. Muhahaha. I think it's pretty sharp. So, a sharper spoon. Floor. The floor seems to be too hard. Maybe we need to kick. Punch. This floor seems too hard. More floor. The floor seems soft here. Okay, there you go. Oops. There we go. The floor is perfect for digging. So now we escape. A few hours later. Good. I already finished my tunnel. I think it looks pretty good. Do you want to see it? Yes. Let's go. Is that a dog in there? Yes. Whoa. Well, it doesn't turn out too bad for my first one. A picture, of course, of us. What a handsome guy. I better save that here than my poncho. Hello, handsome. Smack, smack. Can get in there. A dog? It's a dog. He's asleep. Okay, petting him. Better not. I don't want to wake up. Hey, what kind of monster are you? Okay, there is nothing else. Okay. Oh, what is this? Hey, you found one of the stars I collect. Oh, so these are like those stars that you can collect. Ah, interesting. Continue. Very interesting. So the stars are like that. Whoa, it seems there's some light up ahead. So those stars aren't easy to see because they are like in the same color of the walls like that. The tunnel is struck well. Okay. Whoa, what the fuck? Stuffed toy. It's a nice stuffed vulture toy. What a cool stuffed animal. It's an advertising ploy. Kids love them. Any frill can become a part with the right merchandising. Of course. Keep it with you if you want. Oh, thank you. You are welcome. Always carry it with you, so you have my address when, say, someone has to bring you to see me. Okay, so we get that. So, what he say? This is the Undertaker. Hey, are you a client of mine? No, yet. Still have a package outside. Oh yes, I'm waiting for it to soften a bit. Yuck. Will you be so kind as to help me put it inside? Of course. Of course not. He says of course not. Okay. Okay, this same. Have you been affected by the arrival of Badass? Oh yeah, some thugs came around to demand a hand over the business. And what happened? They mysteriously disappeared. Oh, could the same thing happen to a Badass? If he came to see me, maybe. If he came to see me. Interesting. Where are your arms? You can't see them, but they are there. It's an old trick I learned the hard way. If they can't see your arms, they can't try to dismember you. How useful. Is that a hint for something? Nice hat. Thank you. My niece makes them. Do you want her address? Okay. If you bring me a map, I can give you her address. Because now we don't have the address. Okay, so we need, there is nothing else. So we need to have a map. And so the package we can't yet. The doormat. Can we do something on doormat? How is it? Yeah, no, doesn't seem. Door. It was like that, the door? The door has a card reader. I need a card to enter. Okay. So we need a card to enter in this door. Oh wait, we can Badass office. We can go to the alley now. Oh, a popcorn machine. It's a popcorn machine. In the coins. Oh, no popcorn. We have this guy. It's like a tourist who come to see the show. Hey, hello. What are you doing here? I'm saving a seat for tonight's performance. Oh, yep, today Lord McLonegan will perform. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Gulp. Hey, you look just like him. Yeah, I get that a lot. Well, on close inspection you don't look so much like. You are much uglier. Thanks, I guess. Let's go again for this. I'm Lord McLonegan. Hahaha, of course. He is securely locked up in jail right now. I don't think they are going to let him out of there. The guy doesn't believe that is us. I don't know what you are talking about. Hey, you are not really alone, are you? I don't want to miss the show. I think I'm going to call the guard. It's actually a disguise. I don't believe it. Guard! Really? I've been hired to entertain the audience while the show starts. If so, get me some popcorn from the machine. And why don't you get your ass and go get them? Guard! I better go. Guard! Okay, so it seems that we need to get popcorn for him. That's what it seems. What I'm seeing is that we need to get popcorn. Nothing more. Of course. Great, here are some coins. I buy me the big package. Right away. So we have coins, popcorn machine. Oh, there is no corn in the machine. It's like I'm not eating popcorn today. Sad face. So now we stay with the money, is it? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, it doesn't work. There is another star. Aha. Gallows. Of course I have nothing better to do. What? Look, we got a lot of game ahead of us, so for our sake I'm going to forget to just ask me this. I get chills just looking at it. It's fun that the character interacts with the player. That's very amazing. Talking to a barrel? I have enough to drink for that. Ouch! Hello? Is all over now? What do you mean? Badass is still in town? Yes, I'm afraid so. Then let me know when he leaves. What are you doing there? I'm on vacation. On vacation? Well, okay. I'm hiding. I'm scared of Badass and his hitman. Are you the sheriff? No. Are you sure? No. Well, okay. Yes, I am the sheriff. Don't tell anyone I'm hiding here. And deal with Badass, please. How do I do that? Challenge him to a duel. What if he beats me? We'll bury you in a first-class tomb and remember you as a hero. Okay, I mean, I have nothing bad to do anyway. Okay, you have just officially become my assistant. And you are not going to give me a badge or star or something? Nope. Oh. The coolest thing about being a deputy sheriff is getting a badge. Your first mission is to challenge Badass to a duel and avoid being killed. Remember that you have to really provoke him to get him to accept the challenge. And how I do that? That's up to you. I'm not going to do it all myself. But I'm the one who's going to face Badass while you are hiding in here, risking my life in this barrel. My hero. Okay, there's nothing else to do. I only have a peanut that I had in my pocket. I'm saving it for a special occasion. Do you want this? Do you want a spoon? You want coins? I'm not going around to give you money, okay. Okay, so we need to handle with... wait, there is a poster. We need to handle with Badass now. Tonight old well... Okay, this is only goat. So we need to handle with Badass now. Okay. Is he in here? Can we take out the keys? I already have what I want. Copper key, okay. Copper key. Maybe it's for that bathroom, because that guy that was on the bank, that was on the bathroom in here on WC. Maybe it's for that. Oh, go to the water tower. Huh. Interesting. Is the guy on the shithole already out? I want to kick. It's to kick. Oh, nobody's in here. Can you reopen? It's locked, of course. So it's this, right? Yep. What's this? Hey, it looks like a copy of Sweet Granny Penny Dead Eyes famous industrial recipe book. Yuck, no. Gross. Hey, it looks like a gum. I think I can take a piece without getting too stained yet. I'll try grabbing it with 2 fingers. It is stinky and oily. It has very suspicious stains. I'm only doing this for you, who's paid for the game. Paid for the game. Okay, I got the piece. Let's run and wash our hands. A industrial recipe sheet. Okay. An anti-diarrhea device. Good idea. Plus, it's already been used. How lucky. Okay. We have a latrine. It looks like through a hole into hell. I'm not going to sit there. Put my mouth there? No way. I'm not restoring my new boots. Okay, so everything in here is done, right? Yeah. It seems that, so for the latrine everything is done. So we have a receipt, right? So we have an industrial receipt sheet and an anti-diarrhea device. Oh, this is open now. Interesting. We have papers. They look like letters and business cards. Hey, don't mess up with my stuff. Nah. Better not. Electronic device. It's a strange electronic device. It's a telegraph. What world do you live in? leave my telegraph alone. There's more papers. They look like letters on business cards. Okay, so we need to talk with her, right? It seems. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Susan, manager of the Oldwell Town Telegraph Office. How can I help you? I'm looking for a job. Truth is, I could really use a hand around here. That way, I will be able to devote a little more time to my medical correspondence class. Great. When do I start? Right away. I just need you to fill out an application and then it needs to be stamped and sent in. And it has to be approved by the head office. Is all that paperwork really necessary? Yeah, but it's fast. In a couple of months you can be working here as an intern. A couple of months? Yes. I already told you the process is fast. Interesting. I would like to send an urgent message. Impossible. I'm currently working on a sign for Mr. Badass. What is it about? Mr. Badass wants to send a gift to all the journalists in the West. He calls it politicking. I'm waiting for one of his henchmen, one of his employees, to tell me exactly what he wants to send. I will then place an order with Mississippi for the product of his choice and have it shipped to each person on the list. Could you order one for me, Mississippi? The online store that has everything. What world do you live in? Okay. Possibly because Mr. Badass. What is about? Could you order one for me? Ha! Okay, that's different. What is about? Again, to see what she says in everything. Can I help? Sorry, but only telegraph employees can use the system, so you need to be an employer. Interesting. Damn badass. Whoa, you are new around here, aren't you? Mr. Badass controls the whole town now that the sheriff has disappeared, so I won't say that too loud if you don't want to end up behind bars. Okay, there's something else to talk, she says. No. What is this? A pouch with lights. It's like a sophisticated machine full of lights. It's the telegraph switchboard. Hey! Don't touch that, it's very sensitive technology. Hey, don't touch that. Okay, it's safe thing, okay. Everything in here, so it's done, right? Yeah. So we need to get that. But we have in here, go to water tower now. Go to water tower. Cactus. This without card is about to fall. I think I broke it. Maybe another catch will come out the one. Aha! We got the cactus. Okay. For what? Plants. It's like some kind of aromatic plant. Better not. I've never been good at taking care of plants and this one looks delicate. Okay. Definitely someone has diverted water from the reservoir to irrigate their plants. I'll need something to fix it with. Damn it. Sad because it's small. I don't think it will work. The cactus? Plug is too small. The key? Oh. There is another star. Interesting. We have a catch for what? The plant, we can't do nothing on the plant. Okay, you can't do nothing on the plant and nothing on the pipe. So these like close, but can we see a close sign too? What you can do with the cactus? Oh, can we steal? Hey you, that's mine. He sees always. Huh. He's always seeing. Can you fix anything? Anything cool? Fix Mary's stakeout. Delivery drive from me should be in any minute. As soon as I get the wheel, I'll head over there. How's business? I have a lot of customers since badass came around. I don't know why, but there are more and more stagecoaches since we've cut logs. I see. And the sheriff doesn't do anything to stop it? I've seen him for a long time. He must have been hiding so as not to have to face a badass. And it's a shame because I would like to see a duel like the ones in my stories. Who doesn't like a good duel at sunset? Diarrhea? No. Shit. You need to find someone who understands it. The key? Do you want the key? Do you want money? You want this? Aha, you want the toy. I see you had a pleasant meet with our undertaker. Oh no. Yes. Okay, he always says that we met the undertaker. Okay. There is nothing. Okay, so and in here, close the sign. It's a closed sign. I guess after, so they will have to do some renovations. The bank is now open. Okay, we can enter in here. Oh, there's something in there. A ink stamp. Okay, so we have a ink stamp and we have these clothes. So that means that is to put somewhere else. Maybe we can go to the water tower to do, maybe it works, because the ink stamp we know that is for that. I don't think it will work. Better not. No, nothing works. Nothing works with each other. Okay, so that the sign is for going for something else that is to close. Maybe it's to close that. That's not going to work, okay. Get out of here. Is in here a fly? Why there is a fly in here? It's a small and elusive annoying fly. With a little concentration and a pair of chopsticks, I might be able to catch it. Or perhaps I could try to trap it using some kind of invisible force field. Zzz. Maybe this. Maybe this. Or maybe this. No. Okay, so let's talk. What can I get you? Picture the accent, can I have a key for the toilet? Are you see fighting? The key for the toilet. Only customers. I had a customer. I really need it. No. Doesn't have the key. I don't know where I left it. Well, someone else I forgot to turn it, sorry. But if you want to have to wait for the key to return to me. Whoa, but leave it the spittoon alone. Okay. Doesn't work that. Okay. Can't talk with him. Hey badass. Well, Lone McLonegan. I see you are out of jail. The sheriff let me out. That old coward? No one in town knows where he is, hahaha. As it turns out, I'm now his assistant. You? Hahaha. You aren't even capable of stealing a safe. I'm going to take this town back. You and what harm me? Me alone. I challenge you to a duel. The tower ain't mine. I'm not interested. Have you forgot how to shoot? No. And now get out of here. You need to make him to coma. I've escaped. Impossible. I made sure the jail was secure myself. I'm sure you bribed one of my sisters to let you out. We'll deal with that later. By the time we are going back to jail. Get in, boys. Gulp. We are back to jail. But it doesn't go to the tunnel. Oh, it has to be with that. We need to make him annoyed. Can we do something in here first? The copper key will say that, okay. Okay, it doesn't have nothing. Maybe using something in here? Better not. Maybe you know something about this? No. Okay. Not in here. Maybe these things because needed something. No. A note. It's not from Cherry Treats. I'm going on vacation. Very badass. His new acting chief want to further notice. His word is law. It sounds like suspicious. Maybe we need to do something with this guy. Maybe we can do something. A vulture? Okay. Maybe the vulture we can give to this guy. No. This is why I say that needs aid system. Like you stay in here and then like what you do now. A fuse. I would say no and never. A fuse. I need a few things. Which ones? A pistol. Don't have any pick. Don't have any rope. A drill. A saw. I know what do you have. Everything you may need. This is a robbery. Haha. But you don't even have a gun. What an outlaw. Haha. I do have a gun. What I have is Winchester under the counter pointed right at say, a delicate area of your anatomy. Why don't we start corsage over again? Whoa. You have your feelings in store. Okay. Have you been affected or rival of badass? The truth is yes. I use it to sell much more. Now I have a store full of things and not many customers. I see. I hope someone runs him out of town soon. I'll run him out. Haha. What joke. Best outlaw in the Wild West. It is impossible for you to beat him in a duel. Why? Putting on a tough face is not enough to win duels. I advise you to get a gun and someone teach you how to shoot if you want to stand a chance. I'll do it, thank you. Excuse me, my good man, but if you want to fuse, you need to pay for it. Sure, sorry. We have money. Pick it up. In here. Enjoy your fuse. Huh, the fuse is for what? What is for the fuse? Okay, we have a fuse. Icon is needed. Take that, you wicked. Okay. What this guy says. Back here again, they lock you up. Yeah, but I escaped. I'm glad. I would have run for it too if I could have. Haha. Well, I'm off. Can you do something for me? Can you find me something to entertain me? I get bored. It's done. Thanks, my friend. Maybe the vulture? No. You want this? I'm not going. Do you want the diarrhea thing? You want a spoon? You want a fuse? The ink stamp? Okay. Get out of the way, tap doll. So the fuse gonna be for something. For the time being, you are back to jail. Get in, boys. Go. Okay, so it's like there is no way to make him to duel. Okay, so what now? I have the ink stamp and I have a fuse. But the fuse needs something that is to blow up. So first thing, let's go to the other side. Wait, let's first on the saloon, see if there is nothing else instead of talking to the guy. Let me see if he says something else different. I'm looking for a job. I said basically I'm a musician. Cleaner. I don't look okay. It's called vintage. Okay, so he doesn't want. Barman, it can't be. Musician? I have Jimmy. I'm better than Jimmy. Nobody's better than Jimmy. Maybe, but I'm cheaper. Yo, you start to interest me, boy. Since the gramophone broke down, I paid Jimmy too much for his performance. So I got the job? Ha! You have to pass test first. You have to play Super Trooper, my favorite song, on the piano. Good idea. I can't wait to see Lone making a fool of himself. Damn badass. Are you seeing the fight outside? Yeah, you already fooled me with that excuse. You need something better, okay. This? Oh, what? I am the best. Okay, take us outside, okay. Oh, I want to see the saloon, I forgot. If there is something different in there. So the gramophone, he was talking about the gramophone. The piano, can we interact with piano? Oh, we can. Super Trooper, but you still don't convince me as a musician. Sorry. Ah. Oh, there is a kid. What's this? The music sheet. It's Jimmy's score. I don't want to touch it too much. It's sad enough as it is. Hey, I'm using it. I need to rehearse. Gee, sorry, I thought someone had abandoned it here. So this is Jimmy, it's not a kid. What are you doing? I'm trying to learn this piece of Fortnite's party? Am I invited? Sure, why not? Yes, I even write my own songs. Cool, a lot. Do you know what was Beto's favorite fruit? What? Banana. What? It's like it was so boring that. Hilarious. Okay, only that. A tumbleweeds. Can we pick this up? Yeah. Oh. No. The gramophone. Okay. Doesn't work. Can we pay him? No. Okay, so we can't have the music sheet. Arcade machine. We'll have to put some coins. But how you get the music sheet? Okay, we have coins, so let's put in here. Get ready. Don't shoot first. Get ready. Too fast. Wait, huh? Why it says get ready? Can we walk? Aha! Nice, kill the guy. Ah! Oh my god, the guy takes so much time to point the gun. Take that, motherfucker. Maybe we need to beat score. At least Musk is good. Oh my god. At least Musk is good. Take that, motherfucker. So what I think is that you need to beat score of badass in here. Fuck. It's so fast, this. The first one I can do it, but second, it's like hard as hell. Nice. Oh. Like you need to wait that he draw to shoot. Like goddamn. Fuck, too slow. Is this like a way to beat badass, or it's only a mini game that you have inside the game? Come on, motherfucker. Take that. Oh my god, I pressed because I thought the guy was going to shoot. Oh. But I think they should... What? I pressed it. But they should explain to the player if this is the way to beat badass in a duel. What? I press? What? I pressed it. Okay. The focus that we need to have is like, god damn, so hard. But if this is only a minigame to play, nothing else, like, because this could work for something like beating a score and you receive something, but doesn't appear nothing like about scores, nothing like that. Yeah, sure, he hit me. Like in that round, I think it's the fourth one, is so fast. Oh, it's the third, I don't remember. Need to pay attention and have a reaction of like of a eagle. Yeah, it's on the fourth round. Whoa, sure. Well, not bad, but I haven't beaten my records. Nor mine, damn badass. Don't shoot first, my favorite game. Maybe it's not beating, it's only a minigame to have. Key doesn't fit. Maybe now we can go to the balcony. And now we can enter to the other side. Yep. We can enter on the badass side. The cuckoo clock. Does not work, does not move. Doesn't work. Cuckoo. Maybe the clock, maybe the, nope. That one, the coin? No. The recipe? Nope, of course not. That doesn't. No. Ink stamp? No. The fuse? But the popcorn doesn't give nothing. I put the coins, didn't work, nothing.
Popcorn into that guy that does the habit.
It's a bit too comfortable. Nothing works. The spoon. Let's defeat badass. But how you defeat badass? He puts you on prison. I need this to have a map for on the cactus. That it wasn't. So we don't do nothing on the bed of on the room of badass. It's like there is nothing to do on the bedroom of badass. There is a sweet hanging on a hanger. My sweet is much better than this. Can we put something there? Maybe you can put something. No, the coins, it will be the copper key. The receipt, no. The diarrhea device, no. The clothes. This? No. So for what we can enter on the room of badass if you can't do nothing? We can't do, like, beating the game is like, that is only a mini game, doesn't count for nothing. We can't have the music in there. We can't, like, we need to defeat badass, but we need to know how. On the alley, like, the popcorn doesn't work because he says there is no popcorn. Oh, there is no corn in the machine. It looks like I'm not eating popcorn today. There is no popcorn on the machine. Okay, there is something in here. A sign. It says Outlaw travel agency. Visit main tourist attraction of the area at the best price. PS, no kicking. No kicking. Hey, oops. Sorry, but I thought you were just a cactus. It happens to me all the time. This stupid costume is too good. Aren't you hot in there? Very. Hey, are you interested in a tour of Old Well and the surrounding area? Sure. Great. I recommend a visit to the Poplar Forest or the Indian Village. Sounds good, of course. Do you want a map? I could use one. Here we go. And don't forget to come and see me if you are interested in a guided tour. Okay, and bring me a cool drink, please. My prickles are melting in this heat. Okay. You have the badass statue. Display. Okay, for the... Can we do something to that? Take that. The vulture? No. This? Close? Nope. So now we have another map, is it? Now we have a map, so let's go first to this guy, to the Undertaker. Like he said, bring me a map. Can you give me your niece's address? I point out her address on the map. I tell her I sent you and she will raise the price a little. Do you mean she will lower it? No, she will raise it. We haven't got along too well ever since I told her she was the shame of the family for not wanting to go into the family business. It's only that? Okay, it's only that, it seems. Okay, so now he pointed out where is the niece. But where it is the niece? At shop, it's like, he didn't point. Taquitoville, barn, train station, mine, cart. These are cart and cemetery. These were the three that we had. The forests. But he say he pointed, but where it is, right? That's strange. We have the hat shop. Maybe she's the hat shop. Maybe. This must be, yep, here you go. Hello, if you are looking for art, you have come to the right place. Your uncle sent me. That creepy old man? If you see him, tell him he owes me 2 heads. Heads? Yeah, he used to send me good material for modeling. I have some back there. Do you want to see them? No. By the way, I love the shape of your head. Whoa, thank you. Wait, what? I like my hat. I understand, it matched your poncho. Thank you. Ha, I thought it was a compliment. What? What? Curious name? Yes, my parents named me after their 2 favorite video games. Their 2 favorite video games? Yes, they will be successful in 100 years. Your parents name you based on something from 100 years from now? Are you mad? Ha, mad hater. What a cliche. I saw you in the middle of the desert. Do you sell a lot? I'm trying a new business approach. Fascinating. I'll be opening a franchise soon. Do you want me to your own business? I have to go. I left something in the fire. Maybe you can give this? No. The map? The fuse? No, the fuse won't be... maybe this? No, I like my fan. Rain hat. Nice feather hat. It reads Spring Richly Artwork. That's me. A mirror. I'm sure it's not you. There is a star. What a handsome guy. Me and who's best looking cowboy in the West. I'm sure it's not you. Go to the desert. Sign. Okay, only that she will say. Yeah, only this that she says. Yeah, it seems that she only says that. So maybe now we talk with him. Maybe now talk with him about that. Because we can't face badass. The game says that we need to face, but it's like how you face him. Yeah, it doesn't say nothing here. Okay. I thought he would say something. Go to the mine. So the fuse will be for here, right? It seems like to explode the mine. Yeah, it's blocked by a rock slide. I refuse to move there by rock. Yeah, in nearby it's gonna be for the fuse. It reads, abandon all up. Yeah, we will enter here. Gulp. So it's only rocks, right? That it appears. We have a wagon. A wagon and an old abandoned mine. I don't know why, but I feel like riding a roller coaster right now. There's nothing. Yeah, in here it seems that you're gonna need to use the fuse. The fuse it's gonna be for here. Train station. A board. It's a black board with the train depart time. Hey, you're not one of those guys who insist on erasing blackboard, are you? No, I'm watching you. Okay, can we talk with him? Sorry, how can I help you? What time does the train leave? You can see it on the board. Okay, thank you. Wow, can't even say. That's a very cool cloak. Thank you. It bet smells a bit like tobacco. Yes. I'm trying to quit smoke. I've tried chewing tobacco, but I prefer something sweeter. Sweeter. No. Maybe we can. No. We can see in here. Locomotive. Tastes like coal. Yes, coal. Rope. Red log. Hey, don't touch my log. What? There's someone in there. Hello, hello. Hey, you shouldn't be here. How dark it is here. Why you have covered the window? I like to work without light. Have you ordered a pizza? Very fine, but you have to go. Damn. So we're gonna need to that lock. The boss had to leave you. No way, Daisy is not driving by anyone but me. Why don't you go check it out? I'm not living here. Daisy? Are you the one who names trains? You aren't? It's mandatory according to the union. Huh. Yes, of course. Something tells you are not a train driver. Yes, I am. If you are, answer me a question. How many roads does the legendary monster have on each side? Ha! It's a trick question, it has none. None? Are you crazy? Get out of my train. Interesting. So it's another thing that you need to know? It's like some kind of ventilation duct. It's welded. Ouch. Okay. So we're gonna need to know certain things in here. Forests. Whoa. Cow skull. It's a cow skull, but it has a bad energy, but at the same time I love it. Can't reach, better not, can't reach. So a warning sign about some kind of danger. Please tell me you don't have to go in there. Go to the forests. Those eagles to there? What the hell? Oh, we have a chameleon. What? We can collect a chameleon? Why? A sow? It's stuck. It's very stuck. Maybe the chameleon? Nah. No, the fuse can't be, but... Now we don't have nothing to take out that. A hunt hill. They seem to be very angry. Angry. Sharpen spoon? This, the vulture? Maybe this? Because we could cover. The chameleon? No. A twig. Another star, you can see in there a star. A puddle. Puddle, that is to put water, right? Really? No. It's like a muddy puddle. Can we do something with this? Twig? No, twig I think it's gonna for that thing. Telescope. Yeah, imagine myself looking through it, being the best pirate in the West. Can't get in there. Hot air balloon. It's hot air balloon trap in the tree. Seems to be only holding the hot balloon together. You're gonna need chainsaw in here to cut. So maybe in here the twig? No. So we're gonna need to know what to do in here to take out the saw. Yep. So we're gonna need to search a lot. See why you need in system in here to know what to do. Like I went in here, okay, it's now I know certain things, right? But now I need to go to the barn, then to Tacotoville, then in the village. Yeah. A cow, fake cow, but here we have some gameplay of Lone McLonegan Western Adventure. Like I say, the art style, like the artwork, the art style of the game, the jokes, they are very good. The story, right, that you want to be the most wanted outlaw in the West. It's like the story is good. Like you want to be the best, but you are being tricked by the badass. That is the number one now. Your first plan that was to steal the money, it was like a trick from the badass, and now you need to discover a way to duel him, like to show that you are the best one. That's easy to understand how the story works. Of course you need to discover a way, because like they say, you need to learn how to fight, right, to duel. You need to know how to make him angry, so you need to discover something about him at the same time. So the story is easy to understand how it's gonna be around, right? It's all around between him and the badass. the artwork of the game, right? Everything like the design of characters, the everything that in the game is like the when it's cutscene that is in the beginning. It's well made. The jokes that they are inside at the same time. There is some reference to certain games at the same time. It's very good. Then you have these sheriff stars that you need to find. You can see that I miss already some in here because they are easy to discover where they are. But it's good. It's like collectibles from the game that if you want to get all sheriff stars, it's an achievement maybe for the game, but it's not easy because they are like small and it's hard to notice. But sometimes you can because of different colors that they have. But like sometimes they can be underground, you can distinguish very well. But if they are on trees, like gray trees, gray house, it can be hard to see it. But it's always good because like to collect them, right? Like an achievement. So that's always good too, like for the players to find, to be careful, to pay attention to every detail in the game. It's always good like that. But like developers who are saying, pay attention to the detail of the game to see the stars. That's always good. But the only thing that I have to complain is that there is no hit system. Like you see the map, right? You can see the map. That's huge already. You have a lot of places. You have to go and back, forward to discover what to do, what works with what, right? And if they add a hint system, it will be very good because they will say, okay, like go to like a hint system saying like other point and click games have that say go to that place, like go to the Indian village, go to there, and you know, okay, I need to go to the Indian village to do something, right? Like that. You'll go talk blah blah blah, talk with everything and done. Okay, maybe you receive something there or not, right? Depends what it exists in there. And then of course if you doing that, they could say, okay, now you need to do something in the Outlaw village. Now you are like, okay, need to discover what I need to do, because like point and click games, they are made to be hard, because like the player needs to know what to do next always. That's why a lot of point and click games nowadays they are putting in system like that the player doesn't get stuck and give up, because there is some certain point and click games that are already played. Certain people gave up on the game because they didn't knew how to advance on the game, so they gave up. And in this I can see people giving up at the same time, like saying, okay, I don't know what to do more, so and there is no hit system, I'm tired, so I'm not gonna play anymore. I can see that happen to certain people. Others, of course, they try out because they like this type of games. But that's my feedback, is that put in system like that, everyone that tries out the game, they can try it and they don't get like annoyed for not having help. Like they don't need to search every place, talk to every person, because now you're gonna have a lot of persons to talk, right? Like that. It's like, it's good that there is fast travel, okay, that's a good thing, but you need to have a hint system like that the player knows where to go, like that he knows that he needs to go to certain part of the map and go there and search and then know what to do, and not like, okay, try to go to that place, try to search what to do now. I can see a lot of people complain about that and giving up of the game and not see the entire story, because like when you are a developer, you want the players to see the entire story of the game, right? That's the purpose. And some point and click games, when they don't put the in system, there is a lot of players that give up because there is no help and they don't know how to advance. So that's every point and click game that I play, I always say put in system. If you don't put, it's gonna be bad. Like you can see some people complaining or giving up. So that's my feedback. Only like it's like play it for 2 hours and everything works correctly. no issues, nothing. You have fast travel, so everything good. The only thing that I have to complain is the hint system. It's only missing the hint system. If they add on the game later on patch, that will be, it will be super good for the game, because people could beat the game or not to waste a lot of time only searching, right? So if they add that on patch, that will be good. But if they not, like for future games of the developers, if they want to continue making point and click games, this can be a thing that they can put on their mind and put then on their future games hint system, because I think everyone likes on point and click games and puzzle games a hint system that helps always a player to not get stuck at a certain point of the game. That's only my feedback that I have to say is hint system. So if you like these type of games, point and click games, and you want to try out, you can download already on Steam. It's already available. If you are not a big fan of point and click, I will say, like, give it a try to the game, because you're gonna enjoy the story. The only problem is that you don't have a hint system, so like give it a try, because the game deserves the love, because you can see the effort of the developers on the art style of the game, the story, some comedy in there. They put in with fast travel. The cat can walk faster, but they didn't add a tutorial to explain that you could walk faster. They did that a small tutorial that is to know how to interact with the items, with the characters. So they could explain that you could walk fast, that is pressing 2 times left mouse button. So they could do that to a better tutorial, but I will say give it a try. If you are not a big fan of this game, of this type of games, I will say give it a try, because I think you're gonna enjoy it. Yes, I can understand that can be annoyed not having it system, but give it a shot, because it's worth. But I hope the developers, if they can add on the game a hint system yet, I hope they had. If they can't have, because you know, because of how it is the game already made, putting a hint system maybe doesn't work. I'll say for future games, and if they do make another point and click or a puzzle game, put always a hint system, because that will improve more the game. So hope you guys enjoy some gameplay of Lone McLonegan, a West adventure. Again, if you want to play and see for yourself, you can download already on Steam. So hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time. Bye.